Close your eyes and hear the leash click shut. Cool morning air brushes your face, one paw taps faster. Coffee steam rises, your phone buzzes. The day accelerates. You whisper, "Ready?" And the tail answers instantly. Little routines stack quietly, and little costs hide inside them. Not scary costs. Daily, human costs that slip under radar. You feel them when the calendar eats your lunch break. You feel them when building rules act like friendly tolls. You feel them when fur meets carpet and nothing resets. Here's the honest question we'll answer without drama. What does a normal day with a dog actually cost? Not the perfect owner fantasy. Not the disaster day. Your life, your schedule, your building, your one dog. One clean anchor so we stay grounded and sane. About $14.09 per day across a simple 30-day month. That's the base. We say it once. We move on. No number salad. No brand talk. Just lived, human math. Now 2 open loops to keep your curiosity on. First, where the money goes hour by hour for real. What nibbles at dawn, and what takes a bite at night. Which moments whisper for cash, and which ones shout. Second, the hidden levers that move your total quietly. Levers you can feel with your hands and with your clock. Your work schedule, your housing rules, your dog's size and coat. Tiny changes there ripple into 2 other costs immediately. One lease line can quietly change more than the rent. A fluffy coat can write a grooming calendar you never planned. We'll break the day into 7 human-first buckets that make sense. Each bucket gets one clear reason it costs something. 0 jargon. 0 guilt. Real life only. We'll run 3 honest what-ifs you might live next month. Work from home, with rare boarding spikes when you travel. Big city commuter, with walkers, daycare, and pet rent pressure. Puppy year chaos where shots, classes, and toys burn faster. Then we close every loop with a clean final receipt. 7 lines. 1 total. No clutter. Deep breath out. See what to trim without shrinking your dog's joy. By the end, you'll spot costs before they sneak up. You'll see choices, not fate, sitting inside your budget. You'll make small moves that matter and still keep the fun. Picture the hallway before sunrise. Keys, bags, quiet echoes. You clip the leash. Breath fogs a sleepy street outside. A neighbor nods. Early riser solidarity carries you forward. Back inside, a bowl clinks. Paws drum a happy rhythm. You measure 1 scoop. A small reminder ping says dose time. Nothing epic happens. A simple rhythm steadies your morning. In the lobby, a cheerful notice smiles on the corkboard. Policies sound friendly. Fees hide behind the friendly tone. Lunchtime sprints by. Meetings stretch past the borders you set. You text a walker. Relief lands with a single ping. Coverage is calm you can buy when time breaks apart. Evening softens. The park hums with tiny dog dramas. Paws chase shadows. Treats buy focus, recall, and attention. Your dog trots back proud, eyes bright, chest forward. Car upholstery pleads after joyful puddles and muddy signatures. Home again. A quick bath. Warm towels become superhero capes. You brush loose tufts. A second dog appears on the floor. The vacuum growls. The lint roller sings a small victory. Nothing here is wild. Everything here is normal and human. Attention, time, and small materials quietly add weight together. Alone, each moment is harmless. Together, they change the month. So we slow down now and actually look closely. We show why each moment costs a little, and how. We point at places where gentle nudges save money. We keep the math light and the language simple, always. We protect your dog's joy while we tune your system. Because love built this routine and routines shape money. Think of the levers as dials you can touch every day. Twist one dial and 2 others twitch immediately. Extend a meeting and coverage echoes into the evening. Sign a lease and policy lines echo every month. Choose a coat type and hygiene echoes in laundry cycles. You are not trapped by any of this at all. You steer with planning, with training, and calm systems. Small systems beat expensive heroics again and again. This episode stays human, visual, grounded, and honest. We start with scenes you already know by heart. Then we name each cost once and keep walking forward. Think simple, think practical, think human and kind. We follow one regular day like a documentary camera. We name the moments that cost and the reasons why. We notice the patterns that quietly repeat themselves. We skip the noise and focus on what's true. You get clarity without spreadsheets or confusing charts. You get choices you can use in tomorrow's routine. 30 seconds from now, you'll hear where the quiet money hides. Good. Lace up, pocket the bags, and sip your coffee. Take a breath, look at that face, and smile. Let's step outside together and follow where the money goes. Outsourced care and backup door clicks behind you. Elevator hums. Calendar blocks stack like Tetris. A walker text pops up. Got her. Your shoulders drop 2 inches. Coverage is relief you can buy when time collapses on itself. It costs because someone's feet replace your feet, reliably and kindly. Deadlines stretch, storms roll in, trains stall, humans still need help. Presence is a product here, punctual, insured, and ready on short notice. Paying for presence keeps promises to your dog and to yourself. Say it once and move. About $4.83 day. Meals and treats. Kibble rattles into a steel bowl. Nose dives in like a comet. Evening training bites trade chaos for focus, sit, and calm eye contact. Food is discipline disguised as love. Measured by scoops, not vibes. It costs because bodies run on calories and micronutrients every day. Bags empty, cupboards refill. Routines keep portions honest and steady. You steer this bucket with a scoop and a timer, not hope. Consistency saves money, mess, and mixed signals at mealtimes. One headline number, done. Roughly 2:33 day. Vet and preventative health calendar ping. Dose day. The quiet shield ritual returns without applause. A tablet hides in peanut butter. A paste line disappears cleanly. Preventative care is boring on purpose. Boring is the point. It costs because parasites, viruses, and fines never invoice politely. You are prepaying for fewer panics, fewer late-night searches, fewer spikes. Schedules keep bodies steady, and budgets predictable over long stretches. Future you sends a thank you note for today's consistency. Say it once and keep pace. About $2.25 day. Pet rent and housing fees. Lease fine print smiles like a toll booth with good manners. Pet-friendly often means fee-friendly, with glossy, gentle language. It costs because buildings price risk into rules and policies. Deposits spread out. Monthly pet rent becomes another quiet habit. City codes and landlord choices shape spreadsheets you never see. The move is policy shopping, not just paint, light, or view. Compare rules alongside rent before your heart picks the lobby. One clean figure, then on. Roughly 158 day. Insurance claim portal on your phone. Photo upload. Progress bar crawls politely. Insurance trades steady premiums for rare heavy lifts when chaos strikes. It costs because risk has math, even when feelings disagree loudly. Age, breed, and zip whisper to the algorithm behind the quote. You choose coverage to match tolerance for surprise and cash flow. Paperwork today buys calm tomorrow, when nerves run thin. The goal isn't fear, it's sleep and speed when needed. State it once and move. About $1.50 day. Grooming and hygiene paw wipes by the door. A brush waits near the couch. A rubber curry tool gathers a whole other dog in minutes. Cleanliness is labor plus tools. Time meets friction in every swipe. It costs because mud, pollen, and park dust never take days off. Small home habits stretch gaps between full sessions and keep odors down. Bath rhythm, nail trims, ear checks, tiny rituals with big dividends. Comfort rises, vet notes about hotspots fall, carpets thank you. One headline, then onward, roughly one a day. Gear, training and replacements. Frayed leash fibers whisper, we did our miles. Clip looks tired. A squeaker falls in glorious battle. Confetti fluff decorates the rug. It costs because objects have lifespans and habits need shaping. Training tools trade frustration for skills that stick under pressure. Rotate toys, protect furniture. Give the brain real jobs to do. Better outlets, fewer oops, more peace across living room borders. You are buying quiet, not plastic. Focus, not chaos. Mark it once and move. About $0 60 day. Some costs don't look like prices. They feel like pressure on your day. They show up as nudges, ripples, echoes. Turn one dial, two others twitch immediately. Your work schedule. You feel this lever at the curb, eyes on the clock. A meeting runs long, a train stalls, daylight clocks out early. You look at your dog and feel the promise you made. Coverage becomes insurance against guilt and restless energy. A simple text buys presence when your feet can't be there. Tiny shifts stack fast. One extra visit here, another there. It starts as just today and becomes most weekdays before notice. Your evening slides later. Dinner timing drifts. Walks compress. Compressed walks mean rushed cues. Fewer reps, more pent-up energy. More energy indoors sounds like zoomies, nibbles, and minor mischief. Mischief nudges the gear bucket and nibble training again. Laundry piles bloom after wet walks squeezed between calls. Systems thinking kicks in. 1 hour touches 3 budgets. Coverage, treats, and cleanup all move when time gets tight. The dollar tag you feel is small but relentless. Name it once, then keep steering. About 4.0 swings are common. Solve with routines your dog can read without a clock. Anchor times, cue clarity, and calm solo skills during real life. Batch the long meetings on days with extra morning freedom. Trade favors with neighbors, share routes, pre-book predictable coverage. You're not fixing chaos with heroics, you're shrinking chaos with rhythm. Rhythm is cheaper than scramble, every single week. Housing rules and city fees. This lever speaks politely through memos and smiling policies. A new line appears: deposit, monthly fee, cleaning clause. Pet-friendly can mean fee-friendly, with excellent handwriting. The number looks small today but never leaves tomorrow. A quiet debit that renews before you sip coffee each month. When that debit bumps up, you trim comfort somewhere else. Fewer dinners out, fewer streaming upgrades, fewer little rewards. Or you move, and moving has its own friction costs. Packing tape and truck rentals are not emotional support. Policy lines also shape where your dog is allowed. That changes elevator trips, park access, and hallway rhythm. More hallway time means more leashes, wipes, and training reps. See the echo? One rule touches hygiene, time, and patience. If you have stairs only, senior knees ask for softer ramps. If your building bans yard rinses, baths migrate to paid services. If your city finds off-leash areas, recall training matters more. The math hides in logistics, not just in a single fee. Name the drift once and move. About 2.00 shifts can appear. Shop policies like you shop square footage and light. Ask about caps, deposits, and what counts as where. Read the pet damage section like it's your favorite plot twist. A kind super is priceless. A strict super is a budget category. Pick rules you can live with on tired Thursdays. Pick routes that keep peace with neighbors who like quiet. Peace, like rhythm, is cheaper than friction long-term. Dog size and coat type. This lever lives in your forearms and your lint roller. Bigger scoops sound louder in the bowl every single night. Coat type decides your brushing calendar, not your feelings. Short coats spread glitter. Long coats mat without negotiation. Heavy shedders cover car seats. Light shedders still love mud. Mud does not respect weekends, and carpets keep receipts. More food volume sneaks into treats discipline and training cadence. Bigger jaws end toy lives faster, stitching size sooner. Bath days stretch when water needs 3 towel rotations. Dryer loads multiply after park days that end in puddles. Each adjustment is small, but together they nudge the month. You see it in wipes, shampoo, brushes, and patience reserves. You see it in toy rotation, material choices, and storage bins. You see it in vacuum bags and lint rolls near the door. Say the scale once and keep moving. Roughly 1 tower day swings. Steer with smarter tools before upgrading the whole routine. A slicker brush plus a rubber curry is quiet magic. Target chew strength to your dog, not your wishful thinking. Freeze a stuffed toy. Buy 5 minutes of peace and focus. Teach calm on a mat. Reward breathing, not just bouncing. Wash car covers on a schedule, not when crisis hits. Place a towel at the threshold. Let pause, learn a pause. None of this is punishment. All of it is kindness. Kindness to future you, to floors, to upholstery, to nerves. Small adjustments compound into cleaner days and calmer budgets, pulling the levers on purpose. The goal is not perfection. The goal is control. You pick a dial, you move it one click. Schedule steadies, coverage drops. Evenings breathe again. Policy fit improves. Surprise fees stop feeling like jump scares. Coat routine tightens. Wipes and washer loads fall into rhythm. Every deliberate tweak hits two other lines quietly. That is systems thinking in a dog-shaped household. Less scramble, more signal. Less noise, more joy. Your month starts to feel designed, not survived. 6:15 a.m. Hallway still dark. Keys jingle. Elevator hum feels sleepy. Leash slips on. Nose flares. Ears clock the world. Cold air wakes your face. Sidewalk glitters with dew. First step, first sniff, first polite pause at the curb. This moment costs in quiet ways you rarely count. Bags peel off the roll. Knots tie with cold fingers. Leash rubs the same metal ring. Fibers whisper fatigue. Soles scrape grit. Traction wears, tiny layer by tiny layer. Lever touched. Schedule pressure if mornings run short or rushed. Shorter windows mean faster loops and more paid coverage later. A calm start saves money you never see on paper. 6:45 a.m., back home. Bowl clinks, tail thumps like a drum line. Scoop measured, water topped, sit, wait, and release. Steam from your coffee fogs the glasses you forgot. This moment costs because bodies run on fuel daily. Portions set the tone. Over-eager scoops echo all month. Supplements hide in a dab. Routine makes them disappear. Crumbs collect near baseboards. Broom does its small rounds. Lever touched, size and coat, shaping volume and cleanup rhythm. Bigger appetites tug at training treats later in the day. Accuracy now prevents oops spending disguised as love. 12 p.m. Ping on your phone. Door camera catches cheerful footsteps. Leash off the hook. A friendly voice says hello. Keys on the counter. A water bowl is checked. This moment costs because presence is a product. When clocks slip, reliable humans fill your middle hours. They trade their time so your promise still stands. Your dog returns looser, softer, with eyes that laugh. Lever touched. Schedule again, turning minutes into invoices. Predictable plans beat last-minute scramble and cancellation fees. Consistency is the cheapest calm you can buy. 3:30 p.m. Living room becomes a focused workshop, not a battlefield. Chew parked on a mat. Pause anchor. Jaws settle. You cue easy, trade for a look, then release. This moment costs because objects have lifespans and stories. Right texture survives. Wrong texture confetti bombs the rug. Rotate toys. Retire heroes. Praise calm like it's a sport. You're paying for silence, not for rubber shapes. Lever touched. Size and training cadence work together here. Outlet quality spares furniture, stitches, and your own patience. Bored minds invoice more aggressively than sharp teeth. 5:30 p.m. calendar ding, small drawer opens. The shield ritual returns. Foil tears, click cap. One clean dose, no drama. A treat sandwich hides the plan. Tail thumps approval. This moment costs by design, not by accident. Prevention buys fewer midnight panics and frantic searches. It also buys predictability, your secret budget superpower. Tomorrow's you sends a thank you note quietly. Lever touched. Systems thinking more than any single dial. Consistency today shrinks future spikes you can't schedule. Calm beats luck, especially after office hours. 6 p.m. Kitchen resets, bowl rinsed. Second scoop prints its arc. Sit, eye contact, release. The choreography lands perfectly. You breathe. Dog breath smells like happiness and routine. This moment costs because rhythm is maintenance, not luxury. Bodies like pattern. Patterns reduce waste in guessing. Less guessing means fewer, just-in-case extras. The mop lives closer than you admit publicly. Lever touched. Size again, nudging portions and wipe counts. Fair portions protect hips, wallets, and tomorrow's energy curve. Precision is affection in plain clothes. 7:15 p.m. Park opens like a stage. Sneakers squeak. Paws go cinematic. Light turns golden. Long leads flutter. Recall earns applause. You trade treats for focus. Joy boomerangs back fast. This moment costs in fabric, filters, and friction. Mud signs the car. Fur signs the clothes. Wind signs the hair. Seat covers cough. Zipper teeth complain. Buckles collect sand. Home will ask for wipes, towels, and a quick rinse. Lever touched. Coat type. A calendar you can feel on laundry day. Right tools stretch the gaps between bigger sessions. Prepared beats surprised. Towels beat panic every time. 8:30 p.m. Bathroom turns to a tiny spa with echoey walls. Warm water makes clouds. Shampoo writes soft spirals. You hum. The dog blinks slowly. Trust fills the room. This moment costs because cleanliness takes tools and time. Brush finds a hidden winter. Drain strains a second pet. Towels stack like shields. Dryer hum warms the hallway. Your own shoulders unclench when the coat dries light. Lever touched. Coat again, plus housing rules about drains and mess. If rinses outside are banned, baths migrate inside. Inside adds effort, cleanup, and a little billable patience. 10:00 p.m. House settles, lights dim, the reset ritual begins. Stain spray whispers. Paper towels do their small heroics. The vacuum growls. A lint roller sings tiny victories. This moment costs because homes don't reset themselves. Filters clog, bags fill, heads bump baseboards and chair legs. You stage tomorrow's leash bowl and a fresh roll. Future you smiles at present you for 5 quiet minutes. Liver touched. All 3. Braided in the final lap. Good resets lower tomorrow's spend on scramble and size. Order is the cheapest luxury a house can afford. After lights out, you hear the soft snore. You feel the day exhale. Money didn't roar. It whispered while life happened. 9 small scenes, 9 quiet invoices, 1 honest picture. Not heavy, not scary. Just visible and steerable. You're not at the mercy of chaos, you're steering gently. Tiny habits compound, levers turn without drama. That's a day you can run again tomorrow. Cleaner, calmer, cheaper. 3 tiny experiments. Same dog, same love. We just change the background noise. Watch the day feel different in your hands. Scenario A. Work from home. No paid walks. Boarding when needed. Change the soundtrack to keyboard clicks and kettle hisses. Your commute shrinks to 10 steps and a swivel chair. Midday breaks are real walks, not apology sprints between calls. Enrichment sneaks into the schedule like breathing exercises. You trade calendar panic for small, repeatable routines. Presence solves logistics your wallet used to solve. You notice more cues and fewer oops moments. Crates feel safer, not sad. Naps land deeper. Training gets tiny reps across the whole day. Recalls happen in the hallway for 30 seconds, and a smile. Laundry slows down because rain becomes a choice, not a rush. You batch errands when the dog rests, not during chaos. Meals are measured, not improvised. Bowls land on time. Treats feel earned, not bribes for guilt. The house breathes easier. Your shoulders sit lower. You still plan coverage for travel spikes and long appointments. But most days you are the coverage, quietly and calmly. New day total once, clean and done, about 10:09 day. Delta versus base, 1 clear line, 4:00 day. What you feel is control, not stinginess. Time becomes the lever that moves 3 other lines. And you move it with intention, not scramble. Scenario B. Big city commuter, higher pet rules, frequent walkers daycare. Change the soundtrack to subway breaks and crosswalk beeps. Morning leaves earlier, evenings return later. Middle hours stretch long. Coverage moves from sometimes to most weekdays without drama. A reliable human shows up at noon like clockwork. Daycare rotates playgroups. Energy gets burned with purpose. The building feels polished and policies feel enthusiastic. You read emails that sound friendly and invoicey at once. Elevators turn into quick training labs for calm and patience. Hallways are diplomacy, not just footpaths to the door. Packages arrive with wipes, covers, and gentle reminders. You plan recurring services to reduce scramble and surprise fees. Packages may lower unit cost, but the daily total still speaks. Your evenings are clearer, but your wallet feels the hum. The dog comes home loose, happy and deeply tired. You buy back time with money. The trade is honest. But every trade echoes into two other buckets quietly. The trick is choosing the echoes you can live with. New day total once, clean and final, about 2368 day. Delta versus base just this once, 959 day. What you feel is convenience with a measurable pulse. It's not wrong. It's a design choice for this season. Design always costs something. Chaos costs more. Scenario C. Puppy first year, shots, starter gear, faster toy burn. Change the texture to tiny teeth and rubber nubs. Zoomies arrive without breaks, then nap like a light switch. Your calendar grows classes, boosters, and socialization field trips. Training looks like games that steal 3 minutes at a time. Sit-stay pairs with eye contact. Calm earns a quiet jackpot. Crate time becomes cozy, predictable, and drama-free. You rotate toys fast enough to stay one step ahead. Wrong textures explode. Right textures survive and teach. Leashes earn marks from short, frequent outings. Harness buckles learn your hand by muscle memory. Baths become micro-rinses after puddle school in the park. You stock stain remover like you stock coffee filters. Sleep stretches a little longer each week, so does patience. You are investing in the adult you want to live with. Money lands now so future months run smoother. Packages and class bundles might tame unit cost a bit, but the daily total still reflects the pace of growth. New day total once stated and done, about $18.26 day. Delta versus base, single note, 417 day. What you feel is joyful chaos with purpose. The spend points at foundations, not patches. Foundations amortize, patches repeat. What these experiments teach, levers don't shout. They whisper through routine. Time, policy, and biology each tug two neighbors. If you tweak one dial with a plan, the whole system steadies. If the plan slips, 3 lines wander together. There is no perfect setup. There is an honest one. Pick the version that fits this month of your life. Then let small habits do the heavy lifting. Less scramble, more signal. Less noise, more joy. Final receipt. 7 lines. 1 clean total. Then we breathe. Outsourced care and backup, about $4.83 per day. Meals and treats, roughly $2.33 per day. Vet and preventative health, about $2.25 per day. Pet rent and housing fees, roughly $1.58 per day. Insurance on about $1.50 per day. Grooming and hygiene, roughly $1 per day. Gear, training, and replacements, about $0.60 per day. Some at once. No drama. No repeats elsewhere. About $14.09 per day. That is the picture. Not a threat. Not a guess. A calm, daily truth. You can feel where it lands. You can feel where it drifts. You can feel which dials respond. Schedule, rules, coat and size. Coverage buys presence when time runs short. Housing policies echo through tiny routines. Coat rhythm decides brushes, towels, and laundry. Small shifts ripple across neighbors quietly. Now, look again at your own day. Where do minutes spill without payoff? Where do rules add friction you can avoid? Where does joy cost less when planned earlier? Maybe you batch tricky meetings together. Maybe you pre-book coverage on heavy days. Maybe you shop policies like you shop light. Maybe you swap one tool that saves 10 chores. You are not chasing perfection here. You are building a rhythm you can keep. Predictable beats heroic almost every time. Systems beat scramble without shouting. Name the scene that leaks money. Pick one small habit that plugs it. Run it for a week with kindness. Watch 2 other lines settle down. You will notice fewer last-minute decisions. You will notice calmer walk windows. You will notice cleaner reset rituals. You will notice more room for fun. This is the win that matters. A day that feels designed, not survived. A budget that supports joy, not fear. A dog who reads your rhythm like music. Numbers don't love attention. They love clarity and consistency. Give them both, and they quiet down. They make space for moments you remember. So keep this receipt handy. Use it as a map, not a verdict. Adjust a dial, then another, then rest. Let small choices do the heavy lifting. If today felt expensive, breathe once. Pick one lever and one scene. Design a gentler loop for tomorrow. Repeat until calm feels normal again. That's the work. That's the payoff. That's a month you'll be proud of. Dog happy, human steady, home at peace. If this helped, tap like and comment your favorite moment.